Oh, thank you, boy. Don't mind my cat. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some home updates. I have yet to do like a full-on home tour, which I think I'm getting close to being ready to do. I feel like most people never really feel like their house is like done being decorated or improved or renovated or whatever you're doing. Like, I feel like it's hard to ever feel like you're really done. But I think as close to done as I'm going to get, I am approaching. So I do think that like a home tour video is on the way, on the horizon for sure. I do have an empty house tour I can link for you guys if you're interested to see this place like when we just built it, because we did build this house, so you can see it like fresh out of the box pretty much. But I definitely think I'm going to be doing a like furnished and decorated house tour very soon. But in the meantime, I wanted to just share some of like the little things that we've done, especially over quarantine. We took advantage of having a lot of time and did a lot of yard work and some little minor things inside. Mind you, our house is like a year and a half old. We just built it and moved in, so it's not like there was any like updating or serious renovating that we needed to do, but there was definitely some stuff that we took on. There's one big project that we have left, which I will mention, and that's going to be probably its own video. In this video, I wanted to share with you some of the new things that we've done. So if y'all would like to see a whole bunch of random house updates and changes and improvements, then just keep watching. So this is also going to be in like no particular order, and it's just going to be kind of vlog style. I'm obviously just going to bring you guys around and point everything out. Some of these things are probably going to seem like very minor and like not something to get excited about, but they're little things that some of them took like a lot of time and effort to arrange and make a big difference, so that's why I still wanted to mention them. So one of those like small dumb things is in this cabinet. So this cabinet's right below our stove, and it's where we keep like our pots and pans and the lids and all that kind of stuff. But as you can kind of tell, it's like very wide, and it's also pretty deep if you can tell. But the problem was that there's no shelf in here, so we were never able to like take advantage of all the height. But after a lot of like back and forth with our builder and the different vendors, I finally kind of tracked down who I could get one of these shelves from and how we could source it, and she had to kind of go through a bunch of people, and it was a little bit of a process, which is why I know this like doesn't seem like a big deal, but it honestly took a ton of people and a ton of like tracking it down in order to find someone that could just get me like one single shelf. Again, I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it really does just like maximize the amount of space. And that's also like a little idea if you have these cabinet spaces that don't have like a really maximum use of it. See if you can find out who made your cabinets and just see if they will sell you one little shelf. They'll give you the brackets for free. It was like I think $15 maybe for that shelf, and it makes a world of difference. Another kind of a little thing, we keep all of our drapes. I have like these really sheer drapes that we keep pulled down like all of the time, because it still lets some light in, but it kind of helps with, you know, a little bit of privacy, and I kind of like the like filtered glow. But whenever you want to like look out the window or let in a little bit more light, I didn't want to have to constantly like pull them back and pull them forward, because it would just get like really annoying having to yank on them and then readjust them. So another little thing we installed are these curtain hooks. Again, this is like not a novel concept at all. They sell these everywhere, but it's awesome because then we're able to just pin the curtains back, if you can kind of tell, but you don't actually have to pull on anything. You don't have to adjust anything. You can just kind of let it sit back, and then when you don't want, you know, them pulled back anymore, you literally just let them go, and you don't have to readjust anything. They fall back exactly where they were, and because they're attached to the wall behind the curtains, you can't even tell that they're back there, so they're nice and hidden. We did it on these windows, and then we also did it over here. So again, we just attached it to the wall, and then whenever we're not using it, this just covers it right up and you don't even know that it's there. Again, just like a little something that makes such a big difference to me. So this is a small thing that I don't think even probably most people would have noticed when they like visited our house, but we opted for these arched entryways. You have to like pay extra, that's like an upgrade, but we really like that. As you can see, we have that everywhere. But normally I believe the wall would just go all the way up and stop, and it would just be like basically empty, just a ceiling with a wall here. So because of that, I guess whoever, you know, was the contractor, they are just instructed to stop the crown molding right here, because that's technically where the living room ends. But obviously what they should have done, knowing that we got the archways, is they should have continued the crown molding all the way, but they didn't. But basically it was so stupid because the crown molding just stopped right there, and it was just a cut off, and then this just looked like this basically. It was just the wall and the ceiling, and it looked so silly having the crown molding just stop in the middle of the wall. So my dad and my husband and I, it took actually a lot of trial and error to find the exact same crown molding. Believe it or not, there's like 100 different types of crown molding at like Home Depot and Lowe's. We did a lot of returning, but my dad and Ken finally figured it out. And as you can tell, I don't even think you can really tell where it originally stopped, but now it goes the whole length of the wall, so it looks super seamless. Again, a little thing that's super inexpensive, but makes just such a big visual difference. And if we would have noticed that when we originally bought the house, which somehow we didn't notice, we would have made the builder add that themselves, but we didn't even notice. And then when we did, we like couldn't unnotice it, so we had to fix it. I showed us doing this little project in a previous vlog, but if you didn't see that, we hung this plant. This is a real plant, by the way. It's I think it's called a silver ivy, something like that, I want to say. And it's actually kind of thriving as well. But I can link this stuff because I got this hook and the macrame holder from a Target, actually. Super affordable, and I just love it over here in this corner. It's just like right above our like little reading chair. And I think it just is so perfect here. It is so pretty. So we have a ton of yard updates. This is not that exciting, but we put a bird feeder back here. I have one in front too that I'll show you. This is like my new obsession because ever since we put this here, we have gotten a bajillion different types of birds, and they're so beautiful. And now I'm like a bird watcher, and I have binoculars, and I have a bird book, and I have a bird journal. Basically, this bird feeder is like the best thing that we've ever done. We've also done quite a bit of landscaping. So we recently added a couple months ago these like little trees around our AC unit. So obviously they're kind of small right now, but the idea is as they get a little bit bigger, they'll get a little bit fuller, and eventually they will kind of make like a little hedge to sort of block this. Obviously we can't let them get too close to the actual unit itself, but it'll make kind of a little privacy screen so you don't just have this like a big AC unit in the back. And I think they look really pretty like already though, even though they're little. Just excuse all the hoses everywhere. My husband was watering the ground. But the next two things I'm going to show you guys are like two of our favorite little home improvements. So we have our little patio, which we are going to be getting covered probably like in the spring in preparation for next summer. So we're really excited about that. But in the meantime, we put this little, I don't know, flower bed, if you want to call it that, right on the edge, mostly because it looked just kind of dumb having just like this block of a cement here with, and then there's the grass. So it adds a little bit of visual appeal, but what will happen over time is these bushes, not the flowers so much, however, these are all perennials, which will be nice. I mean, the flowers are going to get big. I think these will all get a little bit of the similar height, but I think these bushes will get a bit bigger. And I think over time, I mean, they're not trees or anything, but over time they will kind of create again a little bit of like a privacy screen over here and kind of like separate the patio from, you know, the rest of the yard. So, and I think these look, even though they're small still, again, I think they look just so pretty, and it adds just like such a more finishing touch to the patio. And then moving down from the patio, we did this quite a few months ago. This was like the first thing that we did this year, but again, you can like see the whole foundation, and there's just something about being able to see like the side of the concrete, like of the foundation of the house, and in that case the patio, that I just don't love. So we got these are called variegated Pasernum. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing them right. It's like PT something, but they're really cool. Actually, I love the variegated like colors of them, and it's like a light green and kind of a sage green. They're super pretty. Again, don't mind the hoses, they're all over the place, but we put these all along the entire length of the house, and these get huge. They get very wide and very tall, which is why right now it doesn't look like they're really like close together at all. But this is by design because these get like 8 feet wide and like 8 feet tall. So, and of course you can like trim them so they don't get out of control, but we just got enough of them so that as they start growing and maturing, they will eventually cover the foundation of the house, and then eventually hopefully kind of meet each other, or at least get closer to each other, and kind of create again a little barrier to just like, this is not very pretty to me. It's just a little bit of an eyesore. So this makes it look a little bit nicer, and even though they're still small, again, I just feel like it adds such a nice visual component to this side of the house rather than it just being like a grass and then house. And here's my other bird feeder. This one gets like a good amount of action in the morning, not so much in like the afternoon, but it's so pretty. Actually, that's off Amazon, I think, so I can link that. And then this is not so much a house update at all, but I just wanted to shout out this caladium because this, we bought it and then it basically died right away, and I was about to just chuck it, and then it had like a second wind reincarnation birth, and now look at it. It's literally thriving. It's got like a bajillion leaves. and it's so pretty, but that's not really the point. The other thing I wanted to show is we got a bunch of spotlights for the house, so we put them all over the place. There's one there, there's one here, there's quite a few. We also got these little path lights. We put them all around here and a couple on this side. But I'm really telling you, these spotlights and the path lights, like, it's such a small thing. And honestly, I mean, they can be expensive, but you don't have to spend a ton of money. And the effect that they give on the house at night, it's just so warm and inviting. It literally changed everything. Like, I am absolutely completely in love. I really, really recommend if y'all just get, you can even try some inexpensive ones. Sometimes you get what you pay for, so read the reviews. But these are amazing. These are from Home Depot, I believe, and I'm telling you, they make the biggest difference in the world. Oh my gosh, we have so many frogs, which I love because we used to have so many spiders, and now we have like no spiders because we have so many frogs. But oh, there's another little guy. I love them so much. But this hosta, we actually planted this last year, and hostas are perennials, and this one I really thought was a goner because again, it looked super dead. But earlier in the season, all these little stems you see here had the most beautiful flowers on them. It was so pretty. And this is actually from my parents' house at home. My mom like split it off and not like propagated it, but kind of. And so this year she brought us some other ones. These are obviously like a different color. They're kind of like a variegated almost color. So we split those and planted them over here. They need like not a lot of sun, so that's why they're mostly in the shade. I just love them. I have two very exciting things to show y'all in the garage, and one of them is our floors. I did a whole entire video on how we epoxied our floors, but this is like kind of a close-up. We did like a gray with some blue and black and white and I guess kind of gray speckles, and it looks so good. It completely changes like the entire vibe of the garage. Makes it look so nice. I don't want to go too much into it because there is a whole video, but I will link the video for you. It is a freaking game changer. This is my new chest freezer. I have been wanting a chest freezer for basically my whole entire life. That's like was my adult goals, was to get a chest freezer. When we built this house, we had them purposely put in like a high voltage outlet here so we could have a freezer here, and I finally got it. I can link this one. It was kind of hard to get my hands on because it again was going in and out of stock a lot, like I feel like everything has been doing lately, but it is so amazing. I think it's 7 cubic feet, something like that, but it is like halfway full, and all of this was in my regular freezer before. It was kind of a lot to fit in that freezer. Like that freezer was overflowing. Plus our other freezer now is like super accessible, so we can actually see what's in it and use what's in it and put any of the extras out here. I'm obsessed with this. It's so nice. It has a light in it, which a lot of freezers don't. I don't think I showed that, but it does have a little light. Like my in-laws doesn't, so you literally have to have your like phone flashlight on to find anything. This one's really nice and not too expensive, and I'm so happy about it. And then this is actually the other thing in here, which I totally forgot to mention. I can link this as well because this like whole rack situation is from, I believe, Home Depot as well. We keep the hookah on it, but we also have like the weed whacker and snow shovel and like the regular shovel, all these other random garden tools that I don't even think I know the name of, the broom. And this has a bunch of other hooks. It's super easy to install. It like comes off the wall, so we even have something back there, and then you can rearrange all these hooks to kind of customize it how you would want to store stuff. It's really nice because it keeps everything off the ground and suspended, and you can like layer a ton of stuff with it. We love this thing. It makes like a huge difference in terms of being able to store stuff. Okay, just a couple more things. This one is so exciting. Again, I showed this in a previous vlog, but look at this on our stairwell. I'll go up there and turn the other lights on so that you can get kind of a better look, but this is just like the wall going up the stairs, and it's like a 16-foot wall or like something ridiculous, and I was so stressed out over knowing how to decorate it because it's just like such a massive expanse. But I actually got this idea on Pinterest, and then my dad kind of made it come to life, and oh my gosh, I just love it. This is what it looks like from the top of the stairs. It is so perfect. I think it's simple, but it fills the space proportionately, but it's not like too much or too little. It wasn't crazy expensive, which I was afraid it would be because this is so much wall, but I absolutely love that. I actually recently got, the same weekend, I got this huge canvas, which like I said, I'm obsessed with birds right now, so I was so in love with this. This is from At Home, and this gray is almost like the exact same gray as our walls. I'm obsessed with this. And then one of the biggest and most exciting things is our laundry room. If y'all might recall, this room before just had the 2 machines just plopped there, and it had this shelf, but that was it. And then my dad, he is literally the best, and he built this like countertop right next to it because like there's no counter in here. So I had nowhere to like put anything down, to fold anything. So my dad built this. It is so amazing. He did like the little lip around it and like this little lip here, and even put like this little leg here. And then at the same time, he made this little shelf for up here, which I also really love. He got these really pretty brackets, and it kind of just like hides some of the like unsightly stuff back there. And I'm actually in the middle of getting little laundry detergent dispensers that I could sit like right here. One of the next big projects we're doing, which is what I was talking about being its own video, we are getting rid of this stupid ugly shelf here that I hate. The builders put that here, and it was fine for the time being, but I hate it so much. It's like doesn't go at all. We're replacing those with cabinets, and the cabinets are going to be the same like white melamine. Once we do that, this is all going to tie together so well and not have all these stupid shadows and wire racks and everything. But I absolutely love this. My dad is so handy. It also is really nice. Not only is it functional, but kind of conceals like the litter box and the food and all that down there. So once we have the cabinets in here, which like I said, that'll be its own video, this room will be complete and it will be so perfect. A little bit random, but this is our hallway bathroom, which we literally never use this bathroom at all. It's like kind of the guest slash hall bathroom, but we recently painted this. We love this color. It was already kind of decorated, so it's not like anything super new. We don't even have a shower curtain because no one uses this room, but I really wanted to paint it just so it can kind of be at least done. And we're doing kind of like a black and white sort of theme, but I just love this color, and this room just looks like so much more put together with this color, I think. So I think that that is going to wrap up this video, I'm pretty sure, but I hope that you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I will link everything down below that I possibly can. I always do that. If you are new, literally almost anything I talk about, whether I say I linked it or not, I probably linked it. So definitely check out the description box. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I always answer my comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and until next time, I will see you guys in our next video. Bye guys.